Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and leave a like. As for our returning viewers, welcome back. Jeffrey Lamar Williams, known professionally as Young Thug, is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter. He is considered to be an influential figure of his generation, with his music impacting the modern sound of hip-hop and trap music. Known for his eccentric vocal style and fashion, Thug initially released a series of independent mixtapes beginning in 2011 with I Came From Nothing. In early 2013, he signed with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records, and later that year he released his label debut mixtape 1017 Thug to critical praise. Young Thug received mainstream recognition in 2014 with the singles Stoner and Danny Glover, in addition to appearances on several singles, including T.I.'s About the Money, Tyga's Hookah, and Rich Gang's Lifestyle. That year, he also signed to Lyor Cohen's 300 Entertainment and collaborated on the mixtape Rich Gang, The Tour Part 1. In 2015, he amassed a number of mixtapes, including Barter 6 and 2 installments of his Slime Season series. Subsequently in 2016, Thug issued commercial mixtape Slime Up, Slime Season 3, and Jeffrey. In 2017, Thug featured on the worldwide hit Havana by Cuban pop singer Camila Cabello, which became his first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. In 2018, he released a compilation album Slime Language with his label YSL Records. In 2019, he won the Grammy Award for Song of the Year for his contributions to Childish Gambino's This Is America. Young Thug's debut studio album, So Much Fun, released in 2019, debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200 and included the Billboard Hot 100 Top 20 singles The London and Hot. The following year, his single Go Crazy with Chris Brown from the collaborative mixtape Slime and Be released in 2020 peaked at #3 on the Hot 100, becoming his first top 10 single as a lead artist. Additionally, he reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the second time in his career with his feature alongside MIA on Travis Scott's single Franchise, in 2021. Thug released the compilation album Slime Language 2, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. Later that year, Thug would reach #1 on the Hot 100 a third time by featuring alongside Future on Drake's Way Too Sexy. His second studio album, Punk, was released on October 15, 2021. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, becoming his third #1 album, as well as his second chart-topping project of 2021. Jeffrey Lamar Williams was born in Atlanta, the 10th of 11 children. He is from Sylvan Hills, a neighborhood in Atlanta, Zone 3, and grew up in the Jonesboro South Projects. Other rappers from the neighborhood include Waka Flocka Flame, 2 Chainz, Ludacris, and Williams's childhood friend Pee Wee Longway, from whom Williams lived 4 doors down. Young Thug has told interviewers that he was expelled in the 6th grade for breaking a teacher's arm. He was sent to juvenile prison for 4 years. Young Thug has received both praise and criticism for his eccentric and unique vocal style, which has been described as departing from traditional rap lyricism and sometimes intelligible meaning. Jeff Weiss of BBC called him the most influential rapper of the 21st century. According to The Fader, in a typical Young Thug verse, he slurs, shouts, whines and sings, feverishly contorting his voice into a series of odd timbres like a beautifully played but broken wind instrument. Pitchfork called his style extraordinarily distinctive and a weird, experimental approach to rapping, while praising his presence, persona, mystique, and, potentially, star power. Billboard wrote that Thug uses this multiplicative vocal delivery to his advantage. Where another rapper might lapse into repetition, he finds a new way to distress and warp his tone, to burrow resourcefully into rhythmic cracks and crevices. Complex noted his aptitude for creating catchy, melodic hooks. Double XL called him a rap weirdo, stating that Thug's charisma, unhinged flow and hooks make his music intriguing. Critic Sheldon Pierce wrote that Thug understands the modern pop song construction better than anyone. Anything and everything can be a hook. Young Thug has been noted for his fast working method, with several collaborators observing his tendency to freestyle tracks live in the studio or quickly develop lyrics on the spot. He doesn't write down lyrics on paper, but has been known to plan lyrics by drawing shapes and signs. Consequence of Sound stated that his work is constantly rooted in improvisation, an inherently thrilling concept that's embedded itself in black music. Discussing his work, Williams has claimed the ability to write a hit song in 10 minutes and said, "I'm in the studio so much, I'll just try stuff. I just think and try. I don't really know how to sing, but I've been trying for years." Young Thug has cited American rapper Lil Wayne as his biggest idol and influence. In an interview with Complex magazine he says, "I want to get in the studio with Wayne more than anybody in the world." He has cited mentor Gucci Mane and Kanye West as influences. Vibe magazine called Young Thug one of the most unpredictable, charismatic, and outlandish personalities in hip-hop today. Rovi called him a fashion icon. His wardrobe has been described as eccentric and consists predominantly of women's clothing, which he has preferred to wear since age 12. The Seattle Times wrote that with a fashion sense as unconventional as his rapping, Young Thug can regularly be seen on his Instagram account rocking painted fingernails, skin-tight jeans or a kid's-size dress as a shirt, which, along with his habit of regularly referring to close male friends as hubby or lover, has led to rumors about his sexual orientation. In an advertisement for Calvin Klein, Thug proclaimed, "In my world, you can be a gangsta with a dress or you can be a gangsta with baggy pants." Fusion described him as defying gender stereotypes and agitating the way hip-hop defines black masculinity, through his eccentric sense of style. He has been compared to David Bowie, Prince, and Little Richard. The media has called him gender fluid and androgynous. GQ called him at once a hero and an outsider and a leader of the psychedelic fashion movement of rap hippies. In February 2018, Young Thug rebranded himself as Sex. Young Thug has 6 children by 4 women, 3 sons and 3 daughters. He became a father at the age of 17. In April 2015, he became engaged to Jerica Karlae, who runs a swimsuit line and whose mother managed the late Young Dolph. Thug bought his first home in September 2016 after the release of his mixtape Jeffrey. The home, in Buckhead, Atlanta, is more than 11,000 square feet, has 6 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a full bar, a theater room and a 4-car garage. During his childhood, one of Thug's older brothers was shot and killed in front of the family home. In April 2020, during a concert livestream, Thug revealed a recent brush with death, stating, "I kinda just stayed in the bed and I was like, yo, call the ambulance. I can't move my body." Then later, when the ambulance came, "I couldn't get out of bed. They had to get me out of the bed, basically. I felt like my whole body was numb and I couldn't move. I went to the hospital and I had found out that I had liver and kidney failure. And I kinda had sorta passed away, like I kinda died." In December 2020, Young Thug broke up with his ex-fiancée Jerica Karlae. Months later, in 2021, Thug began to date the Atlanta singer, Mariah the Scientist. In December 2016, Thug joined the #FightPovertyAgain campaign. On June 29, 2017, Thug donated all proceeds of a sold-out concert to Planned Parenthood, stating on Twitter that "I was a teenage parent. Planned and unplanned parenthood is beautiful." In April 2015, after a Lil Wayne tour bus was fired at by members of the Blood Street Gang, Young Thug was one of the individuals involved in a lawsuit after the bus driver of the tour bus decided to sue him, as well as Cash Money Records, Young Money Records, and Birdman. A lawsuit was filed against Thug in January 2017 after he didn't show up at a concert in Solent Stadium after a $55,000 contract was signed. This wasn't the first time a lawsuit has been filed against him for not appearing at a concert, as a Texas production company had done the same in April 2016 after he failed to perform at a concert. Thug was cleared of battery in April 2017 after reportedly slapping a woman outside a nightclub the previous month. The woman was arguing with Thug's fiancée, Jerica Karlae, when Thug supposedly stepped in and struck the woman. The charges were dropped due to a lack of evidence. Young Thug's gun and drug charges were dropped in April 2017 following a raid of his then home in Sandy Springs, Georgia, which resulted in him being charged with felony cocaine possession, felony marijuana possession, and 3 counts of felony gun possession. Thug's lawyers argued that police conducted the search without a warrant, which led to the DA dropping all charges except felony marijuana possession. It was reported in April 2017 that Thug was being sued by Heritage Select Homes for owing almost $2.2 million in house payments. On September 24, 2017, Thug was arrested in Brookhaven, Georgia on multiple drug possession charges and possession of a firearm. He was released on bond 3 days later. On September 7, 2018, he was charged with possession and intent to distribute meth, hydrocodone, and marijuana. He's also charged with possession of amphetamine, alprazolam, codeine, 2 counts, and a firearm. On May 9, 2022, Thug was arrested in Atlanta on gang-related charges. Thug and Gunna were among the 28 people associated with YSL who were charged in a 56-count Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act (RICO) indictment filed by Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis. Following a search of his home, he was charged with 7 additional felonies related to possession of illegal substances and illegal firearms. He was held at the Fulton County Superior Court. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do so and also like the video and leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching.